Because, well, correct me if I'm wrong. So, if I listen to the lyrics, that it has something to do with you, with you being in, well, having feet in both worlds and not knowing what is happening to you.
Yeah.
Well, girlfriends at home and then on the road getting much attention. Is it true that duality in the album, in the lyrics?
Well, I think kind of in that song, there's a line that references that kind of goes, I haven't found someone else, it's just that I'm not myself, you know?
Yeah, that's what I wrote down, yeah.
And it's kind of just, you kind of, I think sometimes when, you know, you kind of tour a lot, and when you live in a bus and a venue and a bus and a venue and then a bus and then a venue, and you don't have a life, you just have being in a band, you can kind of feel a bit insane at times, you know, like when it's, because we toured quite a lot in England without taking breaks, and sometimes it can drive you a bit mad. And I think it was just kind of trying to express kind of feeling a bit lost. I think a lot of the album has that kind of feeling of that you're not quite sure who you are anymore and things like that.
So who are you now? Are you a rock star? Are you just, well?
I'm not a rock star, no. I'm just a song and dance man. To quote Bob Dylan.
Okay. But I can imagine that people see you differently now. Maybe you don't change, but people see you differently. Maybe that gives you a bit of an odd feeling. Maybe.
Yeah, that's another subject kind of touched in the album, is that there's friends, you know, like your friends who were your friends before you were in a band, and then we just happen to become quite a successful band, and they don't see you for like a year, and then obviously you change because people change within a year. Like, we're not saying we've not changed, but we've not really changed dramatically from who we were before. And but they treat you differently. You know, they're different with you than they were before. But then, because they're acting differently, they say it's us that have changed, but really it's them. And it's kind of, it can be quite a strange situation. Like, we've got a few friends like that it can be quite difficult just to speak to, just because they're not sure how to be, you know, how to react to us.
But if they don't know, then you can ask yourself the question: are they really friends?
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, they should just be normal. You know, they should just treat us like they always did, but they just don't anymore because they expect us to be different, so they react differently.
But did you lose many friends?
Fair. I don't have many friends that are in the band. I've got like a few, but you gain a lot of friends, like friends that aren't really your friends. But you kind of, there's a few people that you kind of lose touch with just because you haven't got time. Especially like, it's difficult like when you get 3 days off and you've got to see your family, and then you've got your girlfriends, and then, you know, trying to find time for everyone in 3 days can be difficult.
But do you have a girlfriend outside of, I mean, back home?
Yeah.
So it's, you still have?
Mm.
Nothing happened on the road that could be. Could be. Because certain songs maybe deal with that subject.
Yeah, but
or maybe not.
I'm trying to think.
Let me see what I think. Nothing to do with you. This decision was mine. I'm okay. I feel fine. It's got nothing to do with you. Won't you leave me alone? I'd like some time on my own.
Yeah.
Could be you saying, well,
I think
time out.
And I think it's just more that kind of that lyric was more just to do with that when, you know, when we're in the band and we're playing and touring, at no point in your 24 hours in a day are you ever on your own. And then you get home and you're only home for, you know, you're home, you've been away for a month, and then you come home and the only thing you want to do is just go into a room and lock the door and just sit by yourself and just kind of recover. But then obviously, like, you've got girlfriends and stuff who haven't seen you for a month and they want to see you. And it's like, just please leave me alone just for like 1 day, just let me be by myself.